A false loop combined with the image-to-video feature of Wan2.1 video allows us to extend generated videos indefinitely rather than being limited by the amount we input. It gives us complete freedom.
It mainly depends on how many times the loop has been run. So here, I actually looped it 6 times. 5 seconds multiplied by 6 equals 30 seconds. This is the result of 30 seconds of cycling.
Then let's look at the workflow. Here we're using the RunningHub online ComfyUI platform. Since repeatedly using the generated frames from our image-to-video process to create new image-to-video content is more like a cyclic creation, we simply added a for loop here to perform this repetitive task.
In terms of cycles, it is evident that there is a beginning and an end.
So these 2 nodes actually come from the author of the Easy Use plugin, who is also a Chinese person. In total, we set the number of cycles, and I've set it to 2 times. Then each run's result will be sent to batch any. After the loop ends, merge them into one video. This is the basic logic of a for loop. I believe everyone who has seen some simple tutorials can understand how to create such a loop. So in this cycle, the key point is how to use the last frame of each cycle as the first frame of the next cycle. The image video obviously requires input images, so I input the image as the value 2 input. After generating the video from the image video, I use this simple mathematical expression to extract its last frame and then connect that last frame to value 2. In the next cycle, it will start the next loop with value 2 as the beginning. So the actual process is like this. Input an image, generate video from it to get the result, then enter value 2. At value 2, you go back to the previous value 2, again, perform another image-to-video generation, and repeat the cycle.
This place doesn't need to be connected, it's just about the direction.
So just as we discussed earlier, each time we generate video from an image, we can use different prompts to create more interesting effects. Here, I just use this value directly, so how does the counting work here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, each corresponds to a node. These nodes should come from WS. Switch to index mode. Convert the index into input, and connect it above. This text will be loaded paragraph by paragraph as the index increases. It's actually not hard to see that these 2 nodes were originally used as test servers for LoRa's XYZ group. If we want to use the same text each time in the loop, we can delete this part entirely and just use the same text prompt directly.
We get to know this place quite well by talking about it again and again.
Navigate to RunningHub and click AI or click the link in the introduction to register and you'll get 120 gigabytes. Logging in daily also gives you 100 points. The corresponding AI workflow and one-click AI applications have been deployed online and can now be run and tested online.
This place actually has another issue with seeds. For example, if I make a tattoo video here and just loop it 4 times using the same text, the result is a woman walking 4 times and discussing the same topic. The reason why we get a 100% replicated cycle like this is because we use the same seed. Even if this setting is supposed to be random, they're actually all based on the same seed. The start and end frames of the generated video are consistent and the prompt is the same each time. The video will appear cut off. This isn't really a problem because we've already undergone such extreme expansion. The prompts are likely to change.
It's impossible to ask someone to walk 30 seconds worth of distance.
Here, I'm using a native process. There have been several updates recently at this location coming from KJ nodes. Then we can use Enhanced Video to improve the results of our image-to-video generation. There is another more powerful technology called SLG, which also comes from KJ nodes. It's clearly a beta node, and to use it, you need to connect it with the T-cache. We can skip either the 9th or 10th layer to achieve better results.
This doesn't really need testing. It's basically a commonly accepted conclusion already.
In terms of adjustment, filling in 9 or 10 here results in an end time extreme value of 1, with the start time defaulting to 0.2. So using 0.5, 0.9, or 0.09 doesn't really matter much because there's actually no recommended optimal value now.
So most of the time, this channel shares open source models and projects, but closed source models are where RunningHub really shines. It brought down the prices of many popular models, such as V2 Kaling and Wan2.1. Some specifications were even lower than the official published prices. The more you use it, the more you'll realize that saving up bit by bit really saves money in the long run.